everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. Welcome to the Laureate Conversation. My name is Mariam Obaijoko, as you all know. And on today's episode, we have an amazing writer whose incredible work has been able to identify a universe where identity, power, rejection, as well as survivor collide in such amazing ways. I'm talking about the winner of the 2026 African Laureate Award for Best Fantasy Book for her remarkable work, The Chronicles of the Undesirable, The Lost Soul. She's part of an amazing growing community of writers that shapes the future of African storytelling. Please welcome Abiose Falade. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you
We're so
very
glad to
much.
have you here.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on your award as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we're so happy for you because you did an amazing work. I read, I love
Thank you.
how, I love how you wrote about the gods and how they have like a particular aspect to play a particular role in our lives. So I really love that for you. We'll still talk
Thank
about the
you.
book. We have a lot of gist to talk about. So, but let's get
Mhm.
started. Before I proceed with the interview, I like to do like a quick warm-up game where I ask you like a few questions, just like a little game. So the first round will be this or that, and the second round will be would you rather. So let's start with this or that. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the round one, this or that. Hero or anti-hero?
Evil or anti-evil?
Hero or anti-hero? I mean,
Hero.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's nice. That's interesting. So this or that. Morning writing or night writing?
Actually, none of the above.
Oh, wow. Which would you prefer?
That's more midnight writing close to 6 a.m. writing.
6 a.m. writing.
Midnight 6 a.m.
Yeah, that works as well. I think that's when the inspiration comes the most actually for most writers.
Mm-hmm.
That works, that
Mm-hmm.
works. Mm. So, what building first or characters first?
Character. The
Mm.
character is actually much important. The
Most
character determines what the world building will
building
look
will
like.
be. That's interesting, actually. That's true. It's true. Yeah. So, this or that, plot twist or slow burn?
Plot twist.
Oh, I can see. I mean, it shows in your book you love plot twists a lot. That's so beautiful. Yeah, plot twists are, I mean, depending on the time of the day, both are actually amazing. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
another question. Writing alone or collaborative writing?
Collaborating writing.
Hmm. Okay. That's enough for now. We'll still play another game towards the end of the show. So let's get into your words. Let's talk about the book because I'm so excited about the Chronicles of the Undesirable. You know, I would
Mm-hmm.
like to ask you questions about what brought the idea. So many things. Let me just start with the very first one. How did this idea of the undesirable comes to you? How was it like?
Well, I think let's start with the fact that since I was a baby, I've always loved spinning stories. I've
Hmm.
always, I've always been told that I am a good story spinner. I know how
Story
to spin
spinner.
story.
So what does that
Yeah.
mean when you say story spinner? I would
I
love to
can
hear more
create a
about that.
story out of anything. I
Hmm.
can I can do just about anything with the story, with any object. As long as
Hmm.
you're in front of me, you have a story to tell. You have a story behind you, and I will tell it. Now,
Hmm.
for the Chronicles of the Undesirables, it started when I was 10. I realized in my head and in the reality that in Africa, there were no positive representations for persons with disability. And
Hmm.
I realized that persons with disability really didn't see themselves as people who could actually do wonderful things, to actually rule the world. Roosevelt was the first real wake up call for me. The president of the FD Roosevelt was the first person for me, which really touched me that if he could save the whole world
Hmm.
from a wheelchair in the White House in America, what is stopping anybody from doing anything with their lives? And so I realized people don't really choose a character. And if they choose a character that has a disability, they spin it in another way that they don't mention the disability.
Yes.
Unless you are interesting and you know what that spinning looks like, you will not
Yeah.
know that that person has a disability. I'm going to give you a shocker. Have you read Fourth World? Fourth Wing, I mean.
First word?
Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros.
No, no.
If you have, I would like to tell you that that whole book is about young children with disability.
Hmm.
But if you read,
Wow.
you will not, unless you yourself have a disability and you are aware of what you are reading, of what you are seeing on a normal basis. People are very uncomfortable with the word disability. And I wonder
Hmm.
why.
Yes.
People are very uncomfortable with it. And it's not something you should be uncomfortable with because it is part of human life.
Hmm.
It's part of the circle of life.
And
And
it's
when you
like,
are,
yeah,
it's
continue.
still a part. At one point, you
Mm-hmm.
get a disability. And so
Yes.
I wanted my heroes to actually accept their disability and be who they are meant to be with powers. Their disability is not their power. Their disability is their disability. It's what
Mm-hmm.
they have. Is their shortcomings.
It's a
Everybody has
shortcoming.
a shortcoming.
Hmm.
Everybody has one thing that makes them not perfect. So if you are blind, deaf, can't work, that's your shortcoming, not who you are.
Hmm.
It's not what you are. It's not who you
It's
are.
not what defines you as a person.
No, it's not what defines you. So no matter what it is that is holding you back or showing you that you're not worth it, no, that's not what it is. And then while doing the research for my book, I realized that from time memorial, persons with disabilities were meant to be revered because they were connected to the gods. And if you're connected to the gods, you're supposed to be someone that people talk to with respect, not
Yes.
disregard,
Disregard. Yeah.
not disregard, but with respect. You're
Hmm.
someone who, because of who you are, you should hold yourself, not even people holding you, but you yourself, hold yourself to the highest
Thank
regard as
God.
possible because you are not representing yourself alone. You are representing God.
Hmm. That's very
If that
deep.
makes sense,
It makes a
you're,
lot
rep-
of sense.
you're
It
representing
makes
God.
a
So
lot.
in this book, if you notice, there's a school called Atunida.
Yes, that's in that.
Atunida is a school where you choose what you want to be good, bad, evil, stupid, dumb, foolish, whatever your
Mm-hmm.
choice is. That is the path you will go. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
will change your path for you. Nobody will
Yes.
convince you anything. They will just work with what you have given them and make you whatever you can be. You understand? So that is
Hmm.
what I did with the book. I wanted it to be somewhere where everybody feels safe,
Hmm.
feels willing to be themselves,
Be
feel
themselves.
ready to show the world that this is who I am, this is what I am, no matter what your questions is.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is what led to the book. I
Definitely.
wanted safe haven for persons with disabilities.
Hmm. That's really amazing. And I love the fact that you did it with fantasy. So it's just so like it almost felt like something that could happen in real life, or I mean in another world. And I really love how you play these characters in such a way that they have like a direct um conversation, that direct link with the gods. I really love that part. So I think we need to
Thank you.
rewind a little bit. We need to rewind a little bit to talk about your background and how you became a writer. What was the journey like for you? And what brought about the Chronicles of Zoloso? I think you've already mentioned that, but I
Okay.
mean, just tell us the journey, how you started right from the beginning, like right from when you were young.
Okay, like I said, I used to spin stories when I was young, but I
Yes.
never used to write stories. I used to
Mm.
spin, but never write. Let's make that clear. Spin, never write. But I used to keep journals of myself, my everyday life, of things I cannot say to anybody, but can speak to my mind, can pour out in a book or something like that. I used to write things. My siblings used to tell me, you make a wonderful storyteller. You make a beautiful storyteller. I never believed that. What I wanted to do was read mass communication, be on
Mhm.
television. Then I realized I don't like people. And I don't like being around people. So I realized that my sisters were right, that you are not exactly a people person.
Mm.
You are more of a to yourself kind of human being. And you should have what you do well. And I know how to spawn this. So I'm really good at it. I'm really good. I can change, like I can tell you now that for this book, I changed some parts in under 15 minutes.
Wow.
And that was spontaneous. Spontaneous. It was like it was already there. There was option A, option B, option C in my head. So option A is not working. Okay, let's try option C. And if it's option C is not working, let's try option D. Because already the whole plot was already in my head and everything on how we can make it better or worse, as the case may be. So it's all in my head. Even if I'm reading a novel, I
Mhm.
can tell where the writer went off. I can tell where the writer went off and decided to go on a journey of no return. So that's the kind of person
Oh,
I
when you
am.
know that, okay, you
So
are going where you're supposed to go to.
that you are not going in the right direction, you have
Yeah,
passed the
yeah, you
place
have gone
of
another route.
recognition. Oh, you have gone on another journey.
Yeah.
So that is one thing about me.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, from childhood.
That's
Oh, do you want me to
amazing.
talk about my disability as well? I just
No, I
realized.
mean like your background, like what you've done so far concerning like aside writing, including writing, aside
Oh yeah,
writing, what else?
I'm a mass communicator and
Hmm.
I'm the senior editor at Audrey Publisher. So like you can tell, I'm still into books. So I'm into books. I'm a mass communicator. I run an NGO called Angel Wings Global Freedom Foundation, where we help young adults with disability get jobs, train people to get jobs. So yeah, that's what I do.
That's amazing. You've done so well. Like, so how do you think being a mass communicator and being an
I've
editor
done nothing.
as oh, no. I'm not going to say.
Nothing.
I,
This
I,
is nothing. Many
I know
people do
it's.
more.
How is it not nothing? You wrote a book. Hey,
Ah.
I mean, you've
Mm.
done a
No,
lot.
God, no. Let me
You,
correct this. I did not write this book. God did.
yeah, but God gave you the
God,
strength to write it. So,
no,
I
no,
mean,
seriously. God wrote this book. God wrote this book. He just used my brain. That's all. He wrote it.
mm.
I'm
And I
serious.
like
He
the
wrote it.
direction. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But I
Okay,
mean,
he just borrowed my brain.
you borrowed your brain, but he gave you the strength as well, right? Right, to give us something
Yes,
amazing. Yeah, so that,
he just wants me to finish this saga.
yeah, you did. So, I mean, I was just from the very beginning, like from the prologue, when I saw Obatala, Eledumare, the wood, I was like, okay, let me sit down. Let me sit down and read this because the way you put your wordings is just so beautiful. Do you think your background as a mass communicator and as an editor really shaped the way you write?
No, I believe my consideration for young people did.
Hmm.
I wanted it to be simple yet relatable. I wanted it to have, I didn't want it to have grandiose words where they would have to take a dictionary
Dictionary.
and start looking for the. No, I did not want that. I want it to be this is what you are reading, this is what it means. You know what this word means. You don't need a dictionary to tell you what this word means. You understand that kind of lifestyle. I
Yeah.
wanted it to be easy, enjoyable. I didn't want it to be a chore. I didn't want it to be something hard work for anybody. I
Hmm.
just wanted people to have fun while reading it. So I said simple English, and yeah, I guess my training as a mass communicator really helped.
Yeah, sure. That works as well. That's interesting. So, that brought me to my second question. Do you see the undesirables as symbolic to something in real life or just something you just wanted to play around?
No, it's symbolic to what is going on in real life.
Hmm.
It's symbolic to the rejections persons with disability face and how hard they have to work to prove themselves on a daily basis,
Sure.
on an hourly basis. And I wanted it to be something that they could see that despite of having to do all of that, they will still come on top. They will still win. No matter what happens, they will still win. Yeah, so that was what it was all about. It was to show persons with disabilities that no matter what anybody puts before you, you're still awesome.
No matter what anybody puts before you, you're still awesome. I love that. It's a quote I'm going to live by every day. Well done. So that brought me. Let me come back to your
Yeah.
characters because I love the characters. You have such strong characters from the gods. So even how issue played a
Yeah.
role in their life, and
That
we've
issue is the
always.
character we need to build.
Yes, yes. And in Yoruba mythology, Eshu is not like the usual devil we are so used to. Eshu is also like a deity and he plays a role in our life to an extent. And I think you were able to an extent, put that house as
Mm-hmm.
well. So for me, I would like to ask which
Mm-hmm.
character was the most complex for you to develop?
Okay. Okay, technical legal.
Okay. Uh,
Okay, it has to be okay. Because everybody else was created behind someone I know. So everybody
hmm.
was a like part of someone I know. Their behavior, everything. I just put their behavior in their book. So most of them,
Uh,
like Omoyani is one of my very good friends.
about
And she's
Nimi?
blind in real life. She's actually the
Wow.
co-author of this book.
Oh.
Nimi is me.
Oh, wow. What about Malabake?
Me and somebody else.
What?
Omalabeka is somebody I don't like very much. Not very. Omalabeka is somebody I don't like very much. A combination of three people in my life.
Hmm.
But Nimi, Omoyeni, and Abike was picked up after my mom. Shh,
Oh,
she must not
wow.
know.
Okay, mom, I
Because
hope
these are all
you
my
don't watch
mom.
this.
And then there's one more person. Yesterday was picked up after my baby sister here. She doesn't know that
Uh-huh.
yet, but the person
Now she knows. I hope she's not in the background listening like, oh, wow.
she didn't know it was her. She read the book and didn't even realize I was talking about her.
Hmm. I mean, I love the fact that this particular story is like um it's around people. It's your character is the inspiration behind each character is gotten from people you know. Is that a thing you usually do for your books, or is this is just the one of its kind, or that is how it has always been working for you as a writer?
So this is my debut. No, these books are my debut books. They're my
Wow,
debut. They are the first
wow,
books I've ever read.
wow. That's interesting. I thought
They
you
are my
would
first books.
I mean, the way you write,
No,
it
they are my
feels
first
like
books.
you've written a lot of books, like three, four books.
I told you, I'm a story spinner.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Story spinner. I mean, you did so well.
So when
That's a
you're a
debut
story
book.
spinner, whatever you do, you have done it before.
All you just
Yeah.
need to do is to write it down.
So yeah, so that's why.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
which of
After you
the
finish spinning it in your head, just write it down.
you just write it down. Hmm. I love that. I love that. So when you just finish, you already done the beginning, the setup, the
The
conflicts,
hard
and the
job.
resolution. So I think that's what most writers struggle with. And for you to like, that's like the beginning of your own. That's how you do yours. I think that's amazing. And you already have like a beautiful talent already. So writing won't be so much of a struggle for
Thank you.
you. Mm. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So which character do you feel personally attached to?
Nimi.
No, yeah, like you said, needs you. Hmm. But why do you
Nimi.
choose
Nimi.
to?
Nimi is symbol of a go-getter.
Hmm.
No retreat, no surrender. Will
Yes,
do anything and everything to get her work done.
true,
No apology for what she's going to do.
true.
Does not care what you think, feel, or don't feel. Just does what she
She
wants to
just does
do.
what
And if you
I
don't
love
like
that
it,
kind of character. Yes.
well, you will get over it. It's
I mean,
simple. It's a
that's a you
very
problem, not a
it's
me
straightforward.
problem. Yeah,
That's
I
a
love
you
that.
problem, not a me
That,
problem. So you deal
yeah.
with what is wrong
You
with
deal
you
with what is wrong
and
with you.
allow
I
me
will
do
do
my
my
own.
thing.
Now,
Yeah.
if you had read book one, you notice if you read book one, you notice that Nimi is actually the problem, yet the solution to the problem.
Yes. She causes a lot of chaos for herself. And at the end of the
She
day, I
causes the
mean,
same chaos and then she'll fix the chaos herself. So,
true, true, true. We are running a
mm-hmm.
little bit out of time, but let's just continue. Hopefully, we'll be able to continue.
Let's move on to the next question.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a very important question because this happens to writers a lot of
Okay,
time. And I just want to know
okay.
if the same happens to you. Did any character surprise you while writing? Maybe by taking a decision that even
No,
you did not originally plan.
no. I was
Oh,
expecting everything every character was doing. In
wow.
fact, I even added more.
Hmm. Hmm. So, so let's say in the kind of world you created, where it is built on rejection and hierarchy, where the certain undesirables and people who tend to think they are the one in power. How do you balance vulnerability and strength in your characters? How do you balance these two
I'm sorry.
dynamics?
When you're asking, I thought you were reading something.
No,
I
no,
didn't hear
no.
you.
Oh, you could not get me. I'm so sorry. I said you built a story around rejection and hierarchy. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
So I said,
Yes.
how did you balance the vulnerability and strength in your characters? How they were able to navigate through the undesirables, rejection, and all that? How did you balance that? How were you able to do that?
Well, I just looked at normal life of a person with disability. How we
Hmm.
move on after we have been rejected in life. How when people say we can't be around them, how we just move on, and sometimes we do as if we don't remember it, or
Just
we
move
just
on.
move on.
Hmm.
So really, it was easy because having a disability myself, it was easy writing the book because I'm in a wheelchair. I don't know if you know,
Yes.
but I'm in a wheelchair. And because I'm in a wheelchair, I know all about rejection. I know all about people telling you no. I also know all about acceptance.
Hmm.
So really, so it was easy to just merge the two. Just put everything that you feel in real life. Let
Just
them
put
feel
it
it.
together. So it's like you putting all your emotions out there.
Hmm.
Hmm. True, true, true. So, I mean, I would like to talk about the world building and perhaps, like I said, you've done an amazing work. Now, I'd like to know, I mean, you've shared a little background on how you started, you being a story spinner. I just love that word, story spinner, and how you've always had it in you. You've always been creating. So, I mean, for this one, this particular one is fantasy, right? And it requires
Yes.
strong world building, which you were able to do. How you were able to develop your world, your characters. How did you develop it? How did you develop this world?
Okay,
Did
so
you
I
map it
thought
out?
okay, I had a little bit of help. I won't lie. I
Hmm.
had a little bit of help. I won't lie. I had I sure knew that we're talking about ancient time. We're talking about ancient times and we're going spiritual. Ancient time going spiritual. Now that's a lot of imagination that is needed for this to work. So I
Yes.
decided that Akademija year one will be the first place I will have to imagine. So it was easier to do that part because we're talking about a world where you can expand your mind can expand, your mind can change, you can change how things look as it may go. So for the world, I just decided that I wanted it to have because it's still Earth, whether we want to believe it, accept it or not, it's still on Earth. It's fantasy, but still on Earth. It's I had to rely on the geography of ancient Yoruba
Mm.
lands. So really everywhere I mentioned has a geography, but also has something to do with a part of somewhere in Yoruba land
In your
that
land.
that existed at one point in time. So
Mm-hmm.
that was why I just stick stuck to the idea that it's ancient Yoruba. Remember what you were taught about ancient Yoruba as a child. Just remember that and remember how everything was then and what you have
Yes.
seen on TV, what you have read in books. Just put everything together and think, what do you really want? Do you want it to look like everybody's world or do you want it to be spectacular? And I realized I wanted it to be spectacular. So I
Hmm.
made it spectacular.
Hmm. Spectacular. That's the word. That's the word, baby. So, which part of the world building was the most difficult for you?
Omoke village.
Oh, really? Why? I wasn't expecting that.
Omoke village had akudayas walking freely, causing havoc. There was a dome, so nobody could go freely in and out. There was a high priestess who had entitlement issues.
True. That's the Lord, truly true.
She had so much entitlement issues. It was astounding. And then we had to keep the world the way it would be.
Yes.
If it was in ancient times, how would it look if
Hmm.
we have a high priestess who believed that this kingdom was for her and her alone, and she is the author and maker and destroyer of everything that lives in it, and
That's
she she wants to be everything, and no one felt like she could be stopped
this wants to
until
take
somebody came
control.
to stop her. Until
Yes.
not even somebody, young teenagers came to destroy her whole throne. I mean, for her,
Yes.
that was an insult.
I mean, at some point, someone just have to get to it. And the fact that they're like younger ones, that's like a double
That's
insult on
an
that.
absolute insult.
It's like a kind of David and Goliath kind of situation, so it's just like,
Yeah,
no, you're going to get down.
we are going to have to
Yeah,
go. This is enough.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I
enough.
just wanted. Omoken was a hard place to build because I had to remember there were akudayas in it. The
Yeah.
buildings had to look a certain way. The houses had to be a certain way. And then there's the fact that the akudayas are right in the center of the village, causing all the havoc that they can
They
possibly cause.
can't cause really. They were just a lot in the character.
But there were a lot. Uh-huh. There we go.
Yeah. But
Mm,
I just love the way they just antagonize everything, the situation. And I
mm.
mean, that's amazing. Well, did you create these characters? Did you create their backstories? Because you had like a lot of characters. So was it that you had like a backstory first, or you just went on with the plots, even you just go ahead with it?
Um, for who exactly? For the akudayas or for the normal human beings?
For both, I mean, for most of the characters, both the
Oh no,
Akudayas,
for the
then
akudayas, they're
Nimi
very
and
easy to
Ahunza.
create. They were just the undead that the high priestess had killed over time.
Yes.
So really, they didn't really need a backstory. But for the other people, I needed to create history backstories. Like for Abike,
Mm-hmm.
Omoyeni's mom, I needed
Yes.
to tell a bit of her story that they are from the high priestess clan, but she couldn't be a high priestess if Omoyeni was to take over. If her mom became the high priestess, Omoyeni wouldn't have been able to be who she is. So so instead, her mom was going to be a wandering high priestess. So she's going to go on long travels, heal other people, but not in her village, which was what happened. And so she came back with Omoyeni when Omoyeni was born. And then Omoyeni left when Omoyeni turned 7. So, and then came back when she was 18. So you can see that it had some sequences
Yeah,
that
there
needed
was,
to be connected, some dots
yes.
that needed to be
Yeah,
connected.
it was
If they
important to
don't
tell that.
connect, if they don't connect, because at some point, Omayeni was actually under Omolabake. I said that only Abike's backstory needed to be built so that there will be a history for why Omoyeni is the way she is.
Okay.
Okay. Because in book 1, Nimi already has her backstory. We already created Nimi's backstory. So we just continued. But we in book 3, I don't know if we can bring back Nimi's history, but by book 4, definitely. Nimi's history shall be repeated because there's another plot twist.
Hmm. Hey. So how many parts do you want this series to be?
5.
5. Oh, nice. So I'm trying very hard to pronounce the name. Okay,
Which,
okay, T.
okay, Tẹ́nìkan ò lè gùn.
Okay, technical Legun. The name, how did you even come up with it? It was so long.
Mọ́mí o, I think my first co-author, Damilola Otun, she we created majority of characters together. So and she created the characters, she created characters, she created Agbadameji Ayé Wọn.
Yes.
She created those two places. She created Okay. She created Omoyeni. She created Omitoni. I created Nimi. Nimi was created after me.
Uh,
So we
what about
decided
Atunida?
that what?
Atunida?
Atunida. Atunida, she created Atunida too.
Ah,
So she created majority of the school, but I created Malaika. Malaika was my creation. I wanted him to be an angel. Why? I don't know. But I just wanted him to be an angel. And I knew I wanted him to be a very fine angel
of course.
because because why would Malaika Minimi not have a very fine foster father? I mean, it
Of
makes
course.
no he has to be fine.
Of course.
Yes, so that is why.
Oh,
And I know when you read the point, you understand that I made him so beautiful. It
yes.
was just,
It was just so angelic, like, okay, this person has to be an angel to
yeah,
be this beautiful. Yeah,
yeah.
too. I like that.
To
I like
actually be
that.
with someone like me,
Mm-hmm. True, true. So okay, so now let's talk about the aspects of co-writing. Because you've been mentioning authors you've worked with, and I can tell that in the future series, you're going to have more of a co-writing. So how important is
Yes.
this for you? Like for this part two, okay, let's start with that. How important is this for you before I ask the next question?
What?
How important is co-writing for you?
It's actually quite important because sometimes I feel like a lot of people want to write,
Very.
but they don't know where to start. So if you are a part of a major book, like a part of a major critical project, you will know what to do, what not to do, how to do it, how not to do it.
Mm.
Now, for Chronicles of the Undesirables, never in a million years did I think that it would be so wonderful that it would win an award. Never in a million years. It was not part of the plan.
Mm.
So this award is really not for me. It's for the children that will read this book and realize they are worth it.
Yes.
That this is a world built just for you, and this world is recognized and it is worth it. So when I am happy, I'm not happy because I did something wonderful. No, happy because future children with disability will have something wonderful to look at and say, this was done for us.
This is done for you guys. This is done for you.
This was done for us. This is for us to remember that this is possible. This is possible. All we have to do is put our mind to it. I know
Mm.
a lot of people don't know why I became so seriously committed to this, but I felt that it was a story that needed to be told, and it needed to be told by the right set of people.
Yes.
Most of my co-authors have disabilities,
Hmm.
and I
Oh,
noted it
that's
out.
interesting.
My co-author for this book, for the Lost Soul, she's visually impaired.
Yeah, I think you mentioned.
My co-author, Tommy Singh. Tommy Singh is visually impaired.
Wow.
And she and I created the worlds that you are all looking at and you are all inspired with.
Hmm.
We did that ourselves.
Wow.
And she's so amazing. She's so happy right now. She's so, so happy right now. You have no idea how happy she is.
I wish it was here, but I just need to get there.
We'll still
Ah,
get to her. I didn't know whether I could, but yeah.
that's amazing. But how
Yeah.
did that partnership started for you with you and Tomisi? How did it start?
We we are friends. So she
Oh.
knows I write. And so I now told her, "Don't listen, let's write book two together." She was like, Sister me, Sister me, kill and soy now. Why are you saying like this? No, now. I said, Don't listen, we're writing this book together, whether you like it or not. She was like, oh, okay. After we finished, she reminded me today that, do you remember you added extra chapters to this? I
Hmm.
said, yes. I said, I don't know why I wanted to add, but my spirit said, add more chapters. And I did. I made her write three more chapters and I wrote three more chapters. She did not like me at that point. But then I told her, sure, she did not like me. But I now asked her, do you like me now? And I asked her, do you now like me at this point? Do you like
I
She said, I can
mean,
forgive you. I can forgive you for anything right now. I said, very good.
that means you guys already have a bond, and it was just so easy for you.
Oh, no. It was easy because we already had a bond.
Hmm. True, 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 true. How did you divide responsibilities while writing?
Oh, we divided it. I had the greater part because I had the whole story in my head.
Hmm.
As you know, story spinner here. So I needed to share it with her, and then she put
Mhm.
her spin it in her own perspective, and then write her own perspective, and then I will write the rest.
Hmm. I love that. I love that.
And then
yeah, did you
I'll merge.
disagree? Did you disagree on any plot decisions or character development at
No,
some point?
we didn't even fight once.
Oh,
There's no fight at all about characters.
hmm. That's interesting. That's interesting. So, but was there any point where she was like, like you said, sister me, let us put it this way now. I mean, can we just, or there's already like an
And
agreed decision?
I'll tell her we can't, because if we put it that way, that means we'll have to change the path that
Hmm,
story is
that's
going, because
true.
any path that is changed changes the whole story
Story.
all together. So we had to keep to a path so that
Hmm.
we can make it just the way we wanted
To the
it to go.
part. True, 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 true. Think I like that. I think it speaks about how important collaboration is and writers understanding
Mhm.
each other when collaborating. Because we've read stories where writers work together on project and it's like there's always a disagreement, there's always this element struggling, and we the audience we struggle with them, and we can tell through like the book that something is going on and something went wrong at some point. I love the fact that there was like a
Mhm.
single unified voice throughout the novel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that speaks so well about
Yeah.
the collaboration.
Thank
Hmm.
you very much. It was important.
Okay. Now let's go to the winning. I'm talking to a winner right here, so I really need to know how you feel.
Ah,
You,
ah. The day I saw that letter,
how did you feel?
everybody that was everybody that was sad in my house became very happy all of a sudden. It was instantaneous
Ah, oh.
because this is actually a big deal. If
It's
anybody
you.
knows me, it is actually a big deal.
Mm.
Being considered one of the best fantasy writer in Africa. Not many people can do that, though. Not many people can do that. I did it with my co-author. I'm okay. I'm okay. As in, I'm okay.
Ah, that's very
I
beautiful.
words don't express how happy I am. I feel
Hmm.
as if I have actually done something in history
You
that
have.
persons with disability in Africa
You have.
I have done something
You
in history that nobody with a disability in Africa has done before.
Yes, you have. Really done so well because this is something that is not so common. And you winning the best fantasy, it's a lot of work. It shows how well you put your mind, your soul, and everything into it. Well done. Well
Hmm.
done. But I'm thinking fantasy is something that, it's kind of underestimated in the literary space. People don't really consider it
Mhm.
as a literary work. They just see it as, okay, it's just fantasy. Why do I need to do? Well, what does it mean to tell your story to a fantasy for you?
I think fantasy is the easiest way to tell a story.
Hmm.
I feel it's the easiest way. If you are writing it like contemporary, you'll be struggling with keeping it reality logic wise.
True.
With fantasy, you
True.
don't have to do logic. Nothing has to be logic.
True. I mean, you
Nothing
just come up with
has
something and it works, and it still tell the
to be. It
story.
works. Ah, ah. Nothing is important. Nothing is
It's
forbidden.
true.
Nothing is bad. Everything is
Nothing is
gold. Everything
binding.
goes. So
Oh,
really, anybody wants to tell a really good story, just go for fantasy. Because you are going for
yeah.
contemporary or even any other one, you are wasting your time.
And
You're
you'll be
wasting
trying so
your
hard
time.
to avoid some things, to tell some,
I,
should I tell it this way?
yeah.
True, true.
But you see fantasy, oh Lord, especially paranormal. Oh my God.
I'm a big fan, even from the Wattpad, all those books. Count
Especially
me in.
paranormal. There
Paranormal
is nothing
stories
you
are
cannot create.
incredible. Yes.
There is nothing you cannot create. You
I
can create
mean,
everything and anything.
the way
That
you
is one thing I
created the
have found out.
akudayas, it's just
I was saying that this akudaya, I hope it is not too much work. I hope people are not going to beat me because of this
no,
akudaya thing.
no, we
But
read vampire stories. So what is akudaya? That's no,
you see,
so
the akudaya part was actually a because I had people who told me, "Are you sure you want akudaya in this?" Because akudaya translated to your English are wraiths. So that means they are blood-sucking human beings. That means they're blood-sucking human beings. And I literally created vampires in the Yoruba books without telling anybody. That's exactly
yeah,
what I did.
that's like vampires, akudayas. They literally wake from they're like dead waking up. So it's just the vampire stories, but in the African perspective,
Ah,
which is amazing. We need to tell our own story in our own
thank you.
way. That's just it,
Thank
really.
you very much. Thank you very much. I
Yeah,
enjoyed writing this story. I really
it's interesting. I just love how everything is truly African, but at the same time, it's still fantasy because most of the fantasy we read, we're reading about the gods, like the Greek gods. We're reading about Venus. We're reading about, all these people. We're reading about vampires, werewolves, and that is the white people fantasy, the European fantasy. So we don't really get to see the African fantasy so
And
much.
that is
So
what I was thinking. That was what
yes.
I was thinking. We read about books, we read about this, and everything just works for you, and you just believe, okay, this goes. So why not we create our own stories? But let's do it the African way, and
Mm-hmm.
let it have real life problems, but in fantasy world. So
Yeah.
real life problem is ostracization, neglect, rejection, bullying.
Rejection,
Let's have
bullying.
all of that. Then
Yes.
let's put it all in a fantasy.
Hmm.
And then let's see how it works. I guess it
Hmm.
works well.
It did. Yeah. I mean, it's something that you don't even, I don't even think you understand, but I think you understand now. You're now understanding how powerful your book is. The fact that you've done something no one has done. I mean, people have done it in the past, but
Now,
it's from different perspective. When you bring like a unique perspective to this, should I say industry or to the literary space, and you're doing so well at it. So that's
thank you
just
very
it.
much. Thank you very much.
But do
Thank you
you,
very much. I had so many help. I
yes.
had so many people helping me.
Hmm. When you say help, okay, you mean your friends, family, or like writers like you?
No, I mean people advising me, people telling me, this part, I think you need to change it a little bit. People literally reading the book and telling me, this part, it may look like this now, but if you put it like this, it will work better.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, I had people helping me.
Love that. I love that. Do you think
So this is not only my win, it's
yeah, it's
everybody's
a
win.
win for everyone. Yeah. Do you think African fantasy is entering a new phase? Or is it going to the next level? What do you
Yes, it
think it is?
is.
Hmm.
Yes, I think it is because from Children of Blood and Bones was what I first saw that made me
Yeah,
realize
children of blood
that
and
we can
soul.
actually make African fantasy something really nice. And I have seen that they have actually improved on it a whole lot, and it is
Yeah.
actually getting better as years go on. Now you read an African fantasy book and you'll be questioning yourself whether you're reading an African fantasy book or Western fantasy book because
Yeah.
they're so good. Their building is so wonderful. Their kingdom building beautiful. Everything
Beautiful.
just looking really interesting. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're in the right direction. At least we're trying to do well for ourselves, and I think some of the authors that are writing African fantasy are really doing, like Tomi Adeyemi.
Yes, to
Adeyemi is
many.
really trying her best.
She
Even the
is.
Okafor, she's really doing well too. So I think, yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well. They're doing well.
Hmm. Okay. That's amazing. So what does this award means to you personally? What does it represent for
I'm
you?
sorry, can you repeat the question?
And then what does this award means to you personally? What does it represent for you?
Hmm. Well,
Eh,
for me, I think it shows me that I can actually work in the space I'm working in, and I'm actually good at what I do, which means this is what I was born to do. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it just confirms to me that you are in the right place, and
Hmm.
you are doing what you are born to do. So, yeah, it means that we're doing well.
Hmm. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you
And
are.
I'm giving persons, young children with disability, a very strong representation of someone with a disability who has not gotten to the pinnacle, but has is not at the bottom anymore.
Yes.
Maybe has not gotten to the pinnacle, but still not at the bottom anymore. And so you can rise slowly and surely until you get to the top and be the best you can be. I mean, I can't say I'm an amateur writer now, can I?
Of course not. Of course not.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
So that is
that's interesting. I love that. Love that. So let's play our game. You know, we still have another game to play,
how we
the
actually
round
doing.
two. So
Okay, got
yeah,
you.
so
Okay,
because we're coming to the end of the show, so let's play this round two. Then we'll close the show. So would you rather? This is a would you rather game. It's just to get to know you
okay,
more. So would you
okay.
rather? Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay. Would you rather live in a world of the undesirable for let's say a
please
week?
speak loud. Speak loud. I can't
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I don't know if this is my network or would you rather
No, it's
live?
because
Okay, it's
I
because
live where?
okay. Would you rather
No,
live?
continue.
Let me start again. Would you rather live in the world of the undesirables for let's say a week or never visit it at all?
I'd rather be there
Oh, really?
for more than a week.
Mm,
Yes,
mm. I was thinking you would say no.
I get to help people. I get to help people, and people get to not to notice that I'm the one helping them. It's a
Yeah,
win-win.
it's a win-win for you.
It's a win-win. I get to do what I was sent to do, and nobody knows I'm doing anything.
Nobody
I
even know
mean,
it's you.
how
You're
many
just doing the Lord's work.
how many people get to do that in this world?
Hmm. Okay. Next one. Would you rather lose one main character or rewrite the ending of the story?
Lose one main character.
Oh, you don't want to rewrite the ending?
If you read it clearly, you understand why. That's the third book that is coming.
Oh, we can't wait. We can't wait. We're ready for it. So let me ask another question. Would you rather see this book
Speak
adapted
loud,
into a
please.
movie? Would you rather see this book adapted into a movie or a series?
Ah, that is a tricky one.
Hmm.
Because it will look good in a movie,
Yes, yes.
but it will look better in a series.
Of course, because it's the story itself it's a series kind of story, so it's not something
Yeah.
that you can tell
It will look
in. and now it's
Whichever one God says, whichever one God wants it to take, I'm willing to let it just do as
like,
God um, has determined. But it'll really look good in a movie, but it'll look better in a series.
yeah. I mean, personally, I would love to see it in a series because it's a lot of there are a lot of characters that I would like to see on the screen. So it's not just something that you can watch
Mm-hmm.
within 2 hours. It's something that is like 16 hours, 17-hour kind of story. Ah,
No, that's a lot of output.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So the last one, the final one, would you rather write fantasy forever or try a completely different genre?
Try different genre.
Oh, so what kind of genre would you like?
Romance
Oh, really? Oh, we would love that. I
for
would love
young
that, love
adults.
that. Hmm. I love romance for young adults. I just love them. I'm really looking forward to you writing one.
So I'd rather try romance than any other kind of thing.
Hmm. Okay.
I know it
So,
can be fantasy romance.
fantasy one. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think I
Mm-hmm.
would love that. Hmm. Okay.
Something
So,
like Odidere.
Odidere.
Have you read Odidere? I think you
No.
should.
Who wrote it?
Um, Tobiloba Afalayan.
Oh, I would like
Or is
to.
it
I would like
Tolulope
to.
Afalayan? I don't
I'll
know
check
how her
it
surname is
online.
Afalayan.
I'll check it online. I would love something to read something like that. So let's talk about the future before we end the show. So you said you have a part three coming up. So when should we be expecting it?
Before the middle of the year.
Oh, that's very close. This is March already. Happy
Yeah.
New Month, by the way. It's already in March, so we're looking forward. That's like in 3 months or four
Thank you.
months
Happy
time.
New Month to you too.
Same to you. Thank you. So, is there any part of this world you're still like going to explore? You
Quote
can't
another
wait for
thing.
us to.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said, are there any parts of this world you're still going to explore, or they're like much more that you want to talk about?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that question.
I said, are you still going to explore more of this world, like a fantasy world, or there's still like new ones that you want to
Okay.
develop?
No, this is going to continue for a while
Okay, okay. I love that. I would love that. I love
because
that.
I'm planning on writing the children version of the undesirables. So there will be really children of the undesirables.
Hmm. I
So there's
just,
going to be like second generation.
hmm. I would love to read that. I realized something while we've been talking that you're very particular about writing for the young adults, the children. I mean, this is a personal question. What does it mean to you to write to the children
Can
and the
you
young adults?
repeat? I heard a few of it, but I didn't hear the rest.
Hey, God. It's like my voice is just so tiny
Which,
today.
yes.
Okay, I said I've been since we started this interview, I noticed you've been mentioning a lot about writing for the children, even your word. When I asked you what it means to you, you mentioned about how you're doing it for the children, for young adults. So I'm just curious on why this is so important for you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, it's important to me because I feel like young children turn to young adults, which turns to older adults. We want a change in our world. We have to start with the children and the young adults. Their
Mm,
mindset has to be perfect. They have to understand what it means. They don't have to listen to everything that they hear. They have to make their own decisions. Like I told you, in Atunida, you get to choose good, bad, evil.
yes.
You have to choose by yourself. Not
Hmm.
what your father tells you, not what your mother tells you, not what anybody tells you, but what you can deduce by yourself. It's important that whether you have a disability or not, that you must be able to make decisions that are not attached to how people will feel or how people will think
Hmm.
about you if you think this way. You have to be very proud of whatever decision you made about your life. And nobody
Yes.
needs to question you, or
True.
even if they question you,
You were
you
there.
should be able to stand up and say, this is my decision. If you
Hmm.
don't like it, that is a you
That's
problem.
a
It is
issue
not a
problem.
me problem.
Hmm,
It is a
true.
you problem. It is a you issue. It is a you problem. I don't have to live my life according to your precipice. I don't have to live my life according to what you want. That
Of
is not
course.
how
That's just how life is, really.
that's how life is.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is
True.
one thing I really want to use my books to pass on the message to the younger ones that life is not about what others feel. Life is about what you feel. And what you
True.
feel is what really matters.
That's
What
so
everybody
important.
else What everybody else feels is, by the way, you can
Hmm.
agree with them, but it doesn't have to be your reality.
Of course, of course. I think that's the
Mhm.
most important thing for everyone.
It doesn't have to be your reality.
Okay. Hmm. So one more thing. If
Yes.
anyone ever feel like an undesirable in real life,
I'm sorry?
if someone feels like an undesirable in real life, what would
Mhm.
you want them to take away from this book?
That there's a saying in the Bible, there's this part of the Bible that I'm always so happy for. It's part where they said the cornerstone that everybody rejected. The stone
Hmm.
that everybody rejected has finally become the cornerstone that. So if you feel undesirable today, when you start doing great things, trust me, you will become desirable. In fact, you will be
Yes.
loved. You'll be
At
wanted. You'll
of
be chased
course.
after them.
Of
They
course.
won't stop chasing you.
Hmm. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's so powerful. I really love that. And for you personally, did this writing this book, this series, did it change you in any way?
Made me, yeah, made me actually become stronger.
Hmm.
Realize my worth. It made me a little bit more. I feel a little bit. I feel better about who I am now. Maybe when I was writing it, no, but now I feel a
Yeah.
lot better about who I am.
Hmm. I love that for you, and I'm so happy you were able to give us something amazing when we look forward to more episodes, more series, more books from you, romance, thriller, horror. I just want to read more from you because you've been doing so well. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for today. I hope you're feeling good, happy, and stressed out, and I hope you enjoyed this show. Did you
Yes,
enjoy
I did.
yourself? Yeah.
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding the importance of identity, staying true to yourself, just like what BSC said. And I hope you find this as a motivation or an inspiration for you to become better, to become a better version of yourself as well. So that's all for today's episode. See you next episode. I remain my humble self, Mariam Obaijoko.